From quick cuts, to unique title sequences, to chess games, this director always finds a way to keep an audience hooked. This guy is Guy Ritchie, and he has been in the director's chair for over 20 years now. Directing famous movie franchises like Sherlock Holmes, King Arthur, and Aladdin, Guy has done his fair share of blockbuster media. But why is his style so unique? Well, Ritchie likes to flavor his movies with beautiful set pieces, cool character designs, and fast dialogue.
Come on, look at the size of this fella. Bet your back's a little. Concentrate. You look like a boxer.
Even though his leadership strayed to the mainstream, Guy never lost what made him famous in the first place: funny, character-centered movies. Guy Ritchie develops his movies in a unique way to present that action comedy is far from dead. Welcome to A Delicious Take, where today we talk about the blockbuster director not enough people recognize. Guy Ritchie's 2015 tale of two agents trying to stop a ploy from a common enemy is a criminally overlooked film. Due to a so-so box office and having to go up against franchise giants like Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and Spectre, this movie never got its chance to shine. The Man From U.N.C.L.E. is not only a spy flick, but an action comedy, and it does a perfect balance of letting serious moments breathe, but never forgetting a subtle joke here or there.
Your invitation? Of course. I wonder, did I leave it in the Jag?
Could you please come with me, sir? I'm sure we can clear this up.
Io non sono né una capra, né sorella tua. Quindi, chiama le mani addosso.
Thank you. Thank you.
I wonder what they do to people without invitations.
For example, in the opening scene, when Solo, played by Henry Cavill, is forced to give directions to Gabby, played by Alicia Vikander, there is a sense of urgency. Along with the sense of urgency comes a subtle layer of humor when Armie Hammer's character tries to stop the car with his body.
You should look out the window.
You can't be serious. He's trying to stop the car.
We're struggling here. Why don't you take a shot at him?
Somehow, it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
See, most movies nowadays force themselves to compromise serious moments with a joke. You see this a lot with Marvel and DC. When moments are not completely overridden by unnecessary jokes, a scene feels more natural. For instance, when Solo is drugged by Victoria, the way this scene is written and played out is perfectly executed. It perfectly encapsulates Guy Ritchie's subtle humor formula he was trying to have for this movie.
What are you doing?
I've been here before, and last time I fell rather badly and hurt my head.
This movie is not solely a comedy, but it sure is leagues better than most movies nowadays where humor is shoved down our throats. The Man From U.N.C.L.E. is a perfect example of how to do action comedy justice, and it's no surprise it comes from the master of action comedy himself, Guy Ritchie. Ritchie is leagues ahead of other directors when it comes to subtle humor and dialogue. Guy Ritchie writes his dialogue for naturality. When he is given command to write what he wants, his timing with jokes is impeccable. Guy has stated in numerous interviews that he develops his stories through the community he surrounds himself with. For example, Snatch was developed around pubs and gyms in which Guy lived during his time in the 90s, so it's no surprise that he takes what he hears and turns it into dialogue for his films. This approach best relates to the audience watching because it feels like they've never left their backyard. If the audience can relate to the conversation being spoken, well then they will have a much better movie-going experience. Along with its hilarious and well-written dialogue, Guy Ritchie crafts a beautifully artistic visual experience for the viewer. Now, the style for this movie is just awesome. The opening credits are so unique, and Ritchie's style gets you invested right away. Ritchie's famous trademarks, chess games, fast dialogue, and running scenes all leave their mark in The Man From U.N.C.L.E. as well. The movie has phenomenal work behind the camera too. John Matheson, the director of photography, makes stunning use of the Italian environment, and Daniel Pemberton executed the music for this movie stunningly. Let's be honest, who could not like his music when he made this?
You know me, sir. I don't ever quit.
Yes. Yeah!
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
Ritchie's style never undershoots his movies. I think no matter how shoddy the writing might be, his style is always a winning portion of the movie. The style of this movie enhances its writing, and the action comedy format benefits from Guy Ritchie's presence entirely. Guy Ritchie's biggest criticism for his movies is that they are all style instead of substance. To some degree, this may be true. But for The Man From U.N.C.L.E, I think this is a completely invalid assessment. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend giving it a watch. It is one of Guy Ritchie's most overlooked movies for sure. If you're in the mood for something that'll make you laugh and keep you entertained from start to finish, this is definitely something you would want to see. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I thought it would be interesting to give my take on this film because I have loved it ever since I watched it in 2016. And with the Armie Hammer controversies, it's a shame we'll never see a sequel hit theaters anytime soon, so that's unfortunate. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and subscribe because I'm still lonely after last time. If you have seen this movie, what did you think of it? Were you entertained? Did you think the writing was good? Do you agree with anything I said? Let me know down below. As always, thanks for listening to another delicious take, and I will see you all in the coming weeks with my next video. So stay tuned. Peace.